What's the energy like of the moon conjuncting Pluto? How many of you have this? How do you use it? How do you work with moon conjunct Pluto? So to understand it, you look at the moon, which is about our emotions, and are we fed, and do we feel safe? Do we feel nourished? Do we feel cared for? Are we loved? Do we have a home? Do we have a family? I'm sensitive today. I feel very emotional. Sometimes I'm upset, and sometimes I can be kind of angry. And I'm hanging out with Pluto. Pluto changes things. I don't get a second chance when Pluto's in the mix. And Pluto likes to deep dive, and it can be very scary with Pluto. And Pluto is jealous and obsessive sometimes because he is into change, transformation, and he is the natural detective of the zodiac, and he has seen it all. He has seen death and dying and everything in between. And I'm hanging out with him. So whether I like it or not, I got to hang out with Pluto, and this can be pretty intense for me. And I'm sure I'm going to be pretty emotional, and I'm sure on some level it's going to ignite me to be more of a strong energy in the world, because I will have seen many difficult, dark subject matters this lifetime. The moon conjunct Pluto in relationships could possibly mean that you get very jealous in relationships. Maybe you get intense. Maybe you watch your partner across the room. Maybe you watch your partner on social media. Maybe you are in separation with your partner and it's driving you crazy. Maybe you call your partner 10, 15 times a day. Maybe you're addicted to your partner. Maybe you're obsessed. Maybe you're jealous in your relationships. Moon conjunct Pluto can be very intense. It can also be you have a very strong connection. And you can have the deepest conversations ever. It's so amazing. You can deep dive together. But when things get a little uncomfortable, it can get maybe just a tid scary. Okay? And sometimes the subject matter gets pretty deep and dark. And, a lot of times we watch those super scary movies, and those movies with blood and guts. And Moon conjunct Pluto in relationships. Now let's go Moon conjunct Pluto in the career sector. Are you intense? Do you want to make it to the top? Will you do anything to get to your destination in your career? Moon conjunct Pluto. I am driven, and no one is going to stand in my way. I will change the world. I will transform. If it's important to me, I will make the change. End of story. There's no in-betweens. There's really no bargaining here. It's changing. And if I have to change, I will change. I will stop the world, and I will make the necessary changes because I need to do this. I don't care how uncomfortable it is. I need to do it. If I'm a manager and I need to deliver the difficult messages that people are going to get laid off or no longer working here, I can do it. Moon conjunct Pluto. If I work in a mortuary, or if I work in hospice, or if I work in a hospital and I see death and dying every day, I'm that one who can deliver the message to people. Moon conjunct Pluto. If I work in the military, I am strong enough. I can see this stuff, the the horrific stuff that goes on, the blood, the guts, the death and dying part that goes on in the military. Moon conjunct Pluto. I feel intensely. I can deal with intensity on some level because I've seen and felt a lot of intense emotions during my life, not just today, during my entire life. So before I decide what the moon conjunct Pluto means, I need to understand the energy, and I need to live my life and observe myself and observe others to really understand how the moon conjunct Pluto will play out. So also, besides looking at the moon and Pluto, you want to look at what sign is the moon in, what sign is Pluto in. Now, usually, not always though, the moon conjunct Pluto is in the same sign, but it can be cuspy. For example, you could have the moon in Taurus conjuncting Pluto in Gemini. You could have cuspy energies here. So really look at it and form your story of the moon conjunct Pluto. Thank you so much.